City can't win the league. You can take that to the bank. No nonsense, no banter, no hyperbole. City cannot win the league defending how they do. This, for me, is as close to a cast iron fact as you can get. They can't. It is an impossibility for Manchester City to win the league defending the way they do. In the first half, Tottenham Hotspur, by the way, please like, share and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hit the hype button for us as well. Please get that done. It's really important to the channel. In the first half, Spurs were very, very poor. But there was maybe, and I'm going to be conservative, and I'm going to be reserved with this number, and say 6 times that with 1 or 2 passes, Spurs were in behind that Man City midfield. And I spoke about this on a number of my podcasts last week, that although Arsenal fans were worried and panicked because they went 3 games without a win, United beat them at home, my view was very simple. There is 2 horses in this race. But until I see Man City have the capability of playing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 90-minute games without consistently being easy to break down, one pass through the midfield and they're opened up. Until I see that, I don't believe they're winning it. I can't believe they're winning it. Even in those games where Arsenal didn't win in 3, Liverpool caused them no problems. Forest caused them no problems. Man United did, to be fair. We were very, very good. But 2 out of those 3 games, they weren't in any danger of losing, really, barring a spectacular effort. Where with City, they're 2-0 up. And you can see the vulnerability. And this is why, listen, I'm a Man United fan, and every true Man United fan in this 2-horse race is picking Arsenal to win it. We'd never want our second biggest rival and a man with Pep's legacy to keep winning more trophies. No true Man United fan does. I'll keep saying that. But from my point of view, this is why I keep imploring Arsenal fans to stop losing your mind when you have a setback, because you've also got to look at your opponent and what they are capable of. And right now, this City team's defending is nowhere near the standard to be able to win a league title. The only reason, again today, it wasn't 3-2 or 4-2 to Spurs was because of Gigi Donnarumma. Donnarumma is the only reason they are still in touching distance of the title. He's the only reason. He's the only reason it wasn't a 4 or 5-0 spanking by Man United. That's it. Wolves last week. Go back and watch how many chances Wolverhampton Wanderers had against Man City. In fact, XG-wise, they had more than Tottenham today. If we're going to go about it in an XG perspective. Every single team, chance after chance after chance after chance. And Guehi's come in, and it hasn't changed. And I said the other, and you never know how it's going to look until the player's in. But it didn't feel like a centre-back issue. It felt like a structural issue with the way they play. And that's why, for me, I'll say it and I'll say it again, this Man City team cannot win the league, not when you defend like that. Now, you can challenge me, you can say I'm wrong, you can do whatever you want, but you've got to come to me with a rationale. City, you've got world-class players. Cherki today I thought was great. I think he probably should have come off earlier. He was playing a bit lame, as in injured after that. We know how good a player Erling Haaland is. Semenyo with another goal. We know what a talent he is. Bernardo Silva. Even defensively, we know Guehi's brilliant. We know that Donnarumma is one of the best goalkeepers in the world. They're bringing on Reinders as an example. Nico O'Reilly played in this game. Excellent player. But there's something about this group of players. There's something about them as a collective with Pep's style of football that is good enough for top 4. It's good enough to win a cup competition. But they are not good enough, in my opinion, to win the Premier League title. And that is taking nothing away from Arsenal or any other team that beats them, like Liverpool last year. But it's something that Pep hasn't addressed. Between Pep and the recruitment team, they haven't addressed it. They had a period maybe 2 or 3 months ago, I have to go back and check the exact dates, where they were playing more direct, they were a little bit more compact, they were harder to break down. And City started looking more like a dangerous team. City started to look like a side that can win. But I think a combination of the ego of Pep wanting to win and play his way, coupled with the pressure being put on by Arsenal. Because Arsenal, even when they've had their setbacks, they've responded so quickly. And again, now they're back to being 6 points clear. And games are starting to run out. A lot of the City fans that were predicting they would beat Arsenal 10 games ago had already predicted being ahead of them by now. And it isn't happening. Pep's feeling the pressure. The players are feeling the pressure. The fans are feeling the pressure. To a point where I've had messages from the City fans who for years have said, Terry, why did you do content about the PGMOL? Clubs should take it on their own back as whether they win games or not. Stop blaming refs. Today they're all messaging, are you speaking about how we got robbed today? Please speak about it. We need someone to speak about it. Which shows me that for the first time maybe ever in the last decade, City fans are feeling like humans again. And they should, by the way, be calling out bad VAR and bad refereeing decisions. That win, lose or draw, you should call them out. We've got to hold them to account in that regard. But this City team, they'll lose to Liverpool next week as well. That's my early prediction. They will lose to that Liverpool team at Anfield as well. And if Arsenal can hold their nerve this week, they will see themselves in a cup final. And they could see themselves up to 9 points clear at the top of the English Premier League going into the last, what will it be, 13 games. Which is an amazing place for them to be. Spurs, I'm taking nothing away from them. Although, you know, I think some of this, I wouldn't even call it like a bottle job from City. I don't even think they got scared or anything. They just can't defend as a unit. And Tottenham, they had to summon something. They had to find some fight. They had to work hard. As soon as they started working hard, Tottenham, as soon as their fans got behind them, as soon as they started running, as soon as they started pressing, they were a completely different team. And they couldn't handle it. They couldn't handle it at all. Couldn't handle it one little bit. The title race isn't over. I'm not going to make that claim. Arsenal are still the marginal favourites to go on and win it. But I'll keep repeating this until I'm blue in the face. Until Man City can stop leaking, forget chances. Because chances only... And it was Patrick, actually, who's the first guy on the terrace that said this. And it made me think about football differently about 5 years ago. When he said... He was using the word chance when Spurs played Arsenal, ironically. And he said, we had loads of chances against you. And the Arsenal fans all pulled up the stats. We only had 3 shots. What do you mean chances? And then when he explained it, we all knew what he meant. And then he kind of addressed himself, went, no, I mean opportunities to create the chances. When you know if the final ball's good, you've got a clear-cut chance. That's still, fans forget the stats. Fans recognise that as an opening. And until City become a team again that are not allowing opportunity after opportunity after opportunity, they are not winning this Premier League. Do me a favour, please. Like, share and subscribe. Turn on that bell notification button. Big, big, big slip up today for City.